Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. To the right side. On the wing, Williams. They need this one. And Tatum pulls it down. White looking around. Tatum a screen. Outside, Porzingis. That doesn't go either for Porzingis. On the wing, Williams. Pass to Caruso. And they go to the intentional foul.
There's really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Now, here's Holmgren. He's got 11.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Porzingis. And he uses the glass on the layup. Porzingis has got 7 points for the quarter.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
Yeah, coaching staff probably loves this, just grinding out defensive possessions, which is helping them get back into their offensive flow.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
This is his second trip to the line in this one. The first free throw is good. Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. We've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Got it up. No good on the last second attempt there. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. No doubt he is feeling the impact.
37.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. 17 points was their biggest margin. Pass to Holmgren. Fires from deep. Drills it from outside. Caruso's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Thunder. On the wing, Holiday. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
A nice three-point shot there. You just knew Holiday wanted to even the score.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Williams. Clock at 4. Here's Holmgren. And it's rebounded by Drew Holiday.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
You see the unselfishness right there. Brown wanting to keep his teammates involved. Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Outside Tatum. And Holiday has it in the corner. Holmgren with the steal. And now Williams running the floor all by himself. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
Out to Porzingis. Outside Holiday. Fires the three. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Another bomb for him right now. His three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
Well, he's doing everything he can to make them competitive. And by everything, I mean draining threes.
To the inside. Holmgren. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Holmgren's got 4 points this quarter. Over in the corner, White. Over in the corner, Porzingis. And the 3 off target.
Yeah, not a fan of that one, guys. If he wants to help his team cut into this deficit, he should not be attempting those kind of shots.
We've got 1:55 left in the 4th quarter. To the paint. Here's Williams. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Down low. The Celtics working the ball around now. Outside, Porzingis. Back to White. Pocket 6. And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And here's Porzingis for a 3. And Holmgren pulls it down. The Thunder lead by 8. Back to Williams. No good on the 3. Well, for the Celtics, this one not looking good. Inside. The flush by Tatum.
And let's give some credit to Tatum. Doesn't crack when the pressure's on. He just seems to embrace the moment.
Pass to Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over in the corner, Caruso. Bangs home the trifecta. And the Thunder lead by 9. And that is the kind of big-time shot that can really deflate a crowd.
And did he ever do that? Sound level right now, 0 in this arena.
Back to Brown. Over in the corner, Porzingis. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. The shot's good. Brown making the play. It's tipped. So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight. We're live from Boston. It's the home of the Celtics. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. You know, Greg, so often we talk about depth, but how important is it for these teams to possess it?
Yeah, especially with the amount of injuries we see happen every season. It's so critical that teams have players that are ready to step up and produce and really allow you to not have to change the way you play.
Now, here's Caruso. Following the miss by Porzingis.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Now here's Porzingis. Chalk up 2 there.
Yeah, almost impossible to stop down low at 7-3. Porzingis over the top.
On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. It's Dort on the wing. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
In recent years, Brent, we've seen Oklahoma City turn into a contender simply by developing their own young talent.
Yeah, blocks on sticks, on bricks, on blocks, and that's what they've done. They have not signed a free agent, a big-name guy. They've built from within. They've built an incredible roster by drafting well and fostering the growth of these young players, along with a coach who has given them a lot of belief. It's been pretty magical in OKC.
Here's Porzingis after the made shot from Chet Holmgren. 6 to shoot. Beyond the arc. The offensive rebound. Tatum no good.
Not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Now here's Holmgren. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Here's Holmgren.
Porzingis patrolling the floor, getting his arms up quickly to alter those shots.
Brown with it. Dort covering. And there's the call on Lou Dort. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Brown deciding where to go with it. It's stolen by Dort.
Awesome defense, just outstanding effort to reach his big hands in there and just rip the ball away.
Pass to Williams. Shot clock at 6. Wants to get it to Holmgren and does. The 3. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Caruso. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thank you. Jalen Williams is a do-it-all dynamo for the Thunder. Coach Mark Daigneault said, "We've cross-matched him onto centers. We'll shift him to a point guard. It's hard to explain how impactful that is for you. You have a great offensive player that you're also moving all over the lineup." Kevin?
D.A. the versatility. That is pretty special. Out to Gilgeous-Alexander. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Second team foul.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Brown. And finished off by Brown.
Big slam there by Brown, just dominating the rim.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He's ready to talk things. 1:15 left in the first. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Well, we've talked so much about Gilgeous-Alexander's athleticism. This is the reason why, on display.
Right side, Porzingis. Bucket is good. Porzingis has got 7 points.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Holmgren up top. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. From outside, off the mark. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game. Pass to Holiday. Shoots the 3. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. And it's the Thunder with the ball. To the inside. And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander.
He's got the ability to do damage inside and out. SGA's not going to miss that.
Over in the corner, Brown. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Here's Caruso. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. But
The Thunder, 11.
and getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
And they've set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 to shoot. Pass to Holmgren. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Holmgren's got the lead up to 5 now for Oklahoma City. Well, Brent, we had to wait a year for it, but Chet Holmgren had an incredible rookie season.
And I don't think any talent evaluator is surprised at the way that Chet came in his first year and was able to contribute and sometimes dominate in the ways that he did. So coming back healthy, making that immediate impact, Chet Holmgren is going to be a superstar in this league.
Here's Dort trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. To the middle, Tatum. The Celtics working the ball around now. Here goes Tatum. Outside Holiday. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Pass to Dort. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Offline with his 3. Boston trail. Outside Tatum. The kick out to Holiday. Lets it go from deep. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
Drew Holiday can make enough threes to make your defense nervous.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. So it's the Celtics now. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Porzingis king it over. Holmgren with the steal. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Dort. It feels like every season, Brent, we set a record for pace in the NBA. Why do you think that is?
Well, I don't know, Kevin, if it's every team that's seeking pace, although in every coach's press conference you'll hear about them talking about playing faster and wanting to get out in transition. That's where you take advantages of defenses most. Look, if you got a young team, open up the floodgates and let them run. Probably more success coming your way. Well, at 6'6", SGA absolutely has the size to get up there and throw it down.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He's is going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Just to Porzingis. Fires from deep. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And the coaching staff better alert their defense to Porzingis and how comfortable he is right now on offense.
Holmgren with it. It's stolen by White. Caruso with the steal. Driving inside. And that one is hammered home.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
And Brown throws it down.
And Tatum is all about doing what's best for the team. Superb as a ball mover in terms of finding his teammates. A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
1:11 left in the second quarter. Brown outside. The kick out to Tatum. It's stolen by Dort. Down low. Inside. Porzingis with the steal. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Finished off the break. And it's a 6-point Celtic lead.
And that passing ability really helps separate Tatum from so many others because the defense has to focus on his ability to score.
And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Things really clicking for him at the offensive end.
They're making good decisions, not wasting these opportunities.
Now here's White. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. The kick out to Brown. Pocket 6. Austin needs to get off a shot. Outside Holiday. And it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander. 7 seconds left in the first half. Outside, Dort. For 3, Holmgren. And the quarter ends with some stifling defense right there. And that does it for the first half of play. It's the Celtics as they end the second quarter on a 15-4 run. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
White goes in, and the foul called on Jalen Williams. That's his first foul. To the paint, and stolen by Caruso.
You could stay active on defense. Good things usually happen. Right there, quick hands help alter what would have been a sure 2 there.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Here's Holiday after the made shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. On up the court. Pass to Holmgren. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. And it's 7 points for Chet Holmgren. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Over in the corner, Brown. It's deflected. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. And now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla has talked about the two J's, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. He says they've been lumped together because they play a similar position, but they don't have to be similar. They've got to be able to express who they are and not constantly be compared to each other. They're not the same. Kevin?
Back, David, remember a couple years ago, there was some thought that maybe one would be traded. I'm glad they're still together. Here's Porzingis. No good from 11 feet. Oklahoma City trailing. Down low. And stolen by Tatum. Here's White. The shot's good.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Porzingis with the steal. Fires the three. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Now it's a 7-point Celtic lead.
He seems very natural when he's out there at the three-point line and uses that kind of rhythm. Porzingis, nice look.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Second personal foul. Second team.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his third foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Now here's Porzingis. He's got 15. Pass to Brown. Ball's knocked loose. And stolen by Williams. And Gilgeous-Alexander. Here we go. Celtics leading by 7. Outside, Porzingis. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. And so it's Oklahoma City with it. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. And Gilgeous-Alexander gets it to go.
Oh, that jumper so pure. Gilgeous-Alexander with great confidence.
Holiday with it. Williams picks him up. Outside Holiday. And there's the foul. It'll go on Alex Caruso. That's foul number 2 for him.
Personal foul. 4th team foul.
1:32 left to play in the third. That's to Porzingis. 5 on the clock. Holmgren with the steal. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Caruso. Holmgren the screen. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
And we're all too familiar with these kind of outbursts from SGA.
And stolen by Caruso. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And sometimes as a point guard, you gotta take things into your own hands.
Yeah, right. It's okay to be selfish when you have a chance like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it. They respect the decision-making from him out there.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Here's Pritchard. There's 45 seconds left to play here in the third. Inside, Horford. Pass to Pritchard. Here's the three. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Dort. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Here's Pritchard. Pass to Hauser. Here's Horford. And the dunk by Horford.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
29.
It's still anybody. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. The Celtics with the lead. To the middle. Here's Brown. And Brown throws it down.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
And Greg, he can get up a few notches higher.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Pass to Porzingis. Back to Holiday. The kick out to Tatum. White, wide open. He fires. No good from outside. Thunder trailing by 4. Outside, Dort. To the inside. Here's Holmgren.
And given that Holmgren is 7 feet tall, he's a threat to throw it down at any time.
And here's Porzingis. Right side, White. Pass to Brown. Jacks up a 3. Drills the three-pointer.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
To the right side. Sinks the three-pointer.
And I love the competitive edge Holmgren plays with, coming right back with his own triple.
And stolen by Williams. Inside. The kick out to Tatum. The wide open look here for Porzingis. The quick look, no good that time. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Brent, it seems like throughout his career, Gilgeous-Alexander has an answer to whatever the defense might throw at him.
Well, the defenses don't have answers to stop him, Kevin. I know that. This guy is so quick with the basketball. He's so good at adapting on the fly with the ball, getting around the initial defender to make plays. Superstars have that quality. SGA has it in spades.
Holiday gets the bucket.
You've got to be up in Drew Holiday's face at all times because he can be very dangerous on the pull-up jumper.
Over to the wing. Here's Caruso. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Holmgren. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Puts up a deep 3. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. And so it's Holiday with it. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. It's a 3-point game.
Second team foul.
And there's the foul. Going Alex Caruso. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
Third team foul.
Now here's White. Got a piece of it. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Holmgren with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Drains it from beyond the arc. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 14 points here in the second half.
Oh, he is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
Personal foul. 4th team foul.
For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Screen by Porzingis. 6 to shoot. With that miss, he's now made 6 and missed 6 from the field. And the foul on Drew Holiday. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
team foul.
Outside Williams. Holmgren in the corner. Porzingis with the steal. It's White on the wing. .152 left here in the fourth quarter. Off target from outside. To the wing right side. Back to Dort. To take the lead. He takes it up and lays it in. And the Thunder lead by 2.
Lugans, Dort, give it to him.
Inside Holiday. To Porzingis. Boston again missing. And the Thunder with the possession here. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Williams. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Clock at 4. Down low. Porzingis with the steal. Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball.
And you know they wanted that one to go down.
Man, that's just tough because that would have tied up the score. It's a tough one to swallow here in the fourth.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander to the paint. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on White.
Gilgeous-Alexander does a good job of just staying aggressive, and that just forces the defense to do something.
And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
Perfect from the line. It's now a 2-possession game.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, able to listen in on what Joe Mazzulla was going over with his team. The message was simple. Keep fighting. Coach told his team, we're in this. We just need some extra effort. Let's go. See if they can come back. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
Already set the Summer League record for blocks in his first game. Holmgren, one of the best young shot blockers in the league. Can't waste any time here.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but you really need to score a bucket here to stay alive.
White with it. Williams picks him up. Porzingis can't hit. And stolen by White. There's Brown with the 3. Off target. So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they
We'll see the defending world champion Boston Celtics facing the Oklahoma City Thunder. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. I'm joined by Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. Holmgren gets the bucket.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Now here's Brown. Pass to Porzingis. Wants to get it to Brown and does. Clock at 4. Tatum, that's for 2. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
That was a good look for him from mid-range, but just couldn't make the defense pay.
On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. To the middle. It's stolen by Brown. Pushing it up. That's tipped. And stolen by Williams. Outside, Dort. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Sinks the triple.
Yeah, this is why SGA is a focal point of his offense, because of that ability to score.
Richard, the Celtics have been among the NBA's elites for quite a while now.
Well, they've been a title contender every year for almost a decade now. Even with several coaching changes over that time, they've been the model of consistency.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
Back to Tatum. Here's White. And again, unable to change momentum here. Thunder off to a quick start here. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's Dort on the wing. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Boston off to a slow start. Searching for their first points of the game.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. And here is Caruso. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. I was able to talk with Mark Daigneault for a minute. He knows how much Jason Tatum can impact the game. The coach told me Tatum has improved the way he reads the game, how he responds for defense. He's faster. That means we have to be crisp with how we rotate and send a double. Not a lot of wiggle room on the floor when Tatum is processing information. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Pass to Brown. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's White. Boston again missing. To the inside. Holmgren. To the right side. And that one's good. Caruso.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the
took the hit and drew the whistle.
There's 38 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Holmgren in the corner. Porzingis with the steal.
good anticipation defensively. See the pass coming and manages to snatch it. Run it.
Over in the corner, Brown. Buries the long-range jumper.
There is zero hesitation from Brown. This man is always ready to fire.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. Down low. And the dunk by Holmgren.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
And it's because they're not playing in a rush. They're just letting their shots come naturally within the flow of the offense.
And that does it for the first quarter. Thunder out in front, up 8. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how the Thunder are doing, guys, what do you think?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
They are playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
And we see dunkers get technicals for hanging on the rim, slapping the backboard, or Richard even staring someone down. Should refs let that slide, or is that something they got to pay attention to?
I don't mind the hanging on the rim, the smacking the backboard. I love that aggression. The staring people down, that's something you got to be careful with because that can cause some problems, and we don't want any of those issues on the court.
Over in the corner, Caruso. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession. Here's Williams. Pass to Caruso. To the paint. Here's Holmgren. Back to Caruso. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 5 to shoot. Holmgren the screen. Count that one. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 points so far.
The classic combo guard. Gilgeous-Alexander is effective in the two-man game, especially on that first option, taking it himself.
Over in the corner, White. Now here is Holiday. Pass to Brown. Rebound by Williams. The Thunder lead by 10. Here we are sizing up GA. Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the rim. And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal. Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with it. Holmgren the screen. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. White drives in, and White slams it in.
Outstanding vision there from the Latvian. Porzingis showing he can read the floor, capable of setting his guys up.
It's Dort on the wing. Pass to Holmgren. And Boston with the rebound. Outside, White. Inside. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Boston shooting their first free throw of the contest. Over the last few seasons, we've seen the resurgence of Porzingis. And, Richard, it has been fun to watch.
Kevin, he's been effective on both sides of the ball. He's always been a good player, but his recent fit has really improved his play.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
The thing they have to watch for is mental fatigue. They have to stay focused and finish the job.
On the free throw, no good.
And at 7-3, Porzingis could have been just another big, but he defies expectations. He's got such an impressive array of abilities.
Taken away by Williams. Top of the key, Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Jaylen Brown has put it all together. He said, I'm figuring out my spots to be aggressive. That's in my DNA. But also showing how I've grown. Being a great screener, delivering passes on time and on target. That's important to being a great teammate. I'm focused on being a better basketball player. Kevin?
Yeah, and he's a smart one too, right, David? He is something else. Outstanding stuff, DA, as always.
Tatum just has too much bounce right there. Better be careful. You're trying to stop that.
And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media, but people in the know how good of a defender he is.
Porzingis. Dort grabs the miss. And so it's Dort with it. He brings it up for the Thunder. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
That may be not the highest percentage of looks right there, but look, you can't argue with results, I guess.
Outside, Porzingis. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Outside, Dort. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
That's the play that pumps up the whole team, and they'll try to carry that energy into the next period.
And so that's the end of the first half. Thunder lead by 10. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Hartenstein in the high post. Outside Williams. Pass to Dort. 5 on the clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Tatum with the block.
And look at Tatum turning up the defensive intensity, outworking the shooter.
Porzingis feeling it out a bit. Brown with it. Launches it. Dort grabs the miss.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Williams with the ball. Up top, Gilgeous-Alexander. Lock at 6. Oklahoma City moving it around. Pass to Caruso. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Second half just getting started. About a minute play. The Celtics making a switch here. And Boston has possession. They haven't given up any points here in the second half.
No chance to shut that one down. Horford's reach made that play unstoppable.
Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Caruso. Outside, Williams. Drills it from outside. Williams has got 5 now.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Now Horford. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you watch Jason Tatum year to year. He is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
What strikes me about Jason Tatum is really his versatility. He's got any move for any situation that you throw at him. His moves have moves. His counters have counters. That is a man that can finish plays or make them.
To the left wing. Pass to Dort. Holmgren wide open. Misses the 3. Celtics trail by 9. Knocked away. And taken away by Brown. White with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Not just being selfless, but also smart with the ball. Brown is able to find the best guy for the right shot.
And they go to the intentional foul. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Here's Wiggins. Pass to Holmgren. Dort, left side. To the middle. Nice move. He takes it up and lays it in. And that's 13 points for Chet Holmgren.
And I know everyone's thrilled to see Holmgren scoring so well. And this is the kind of effort that could carry on well throughout the year.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
And they need more where that came from. They're not out of this hole yet. Oh, man, that's tough. That's definitely one he'd like back. Almost too wide open.
And slam dunk by Tatum.
Want to create a good look? Yeah, just get the ball to Tatum out in space.
Pass to Dort. Holmgren with it. 5 to shoot. Now, here's Dort. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Locking the arc down. Defense knows it's on them to scare off those shots.
Oklahoma City leading by 5. And so they foul intentionally. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He wants to talk to his guys. outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. It's hauled in by Brown. Celtics trail by 5. Holiday with it. He's picked up by Holmgren. Back to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Things are firing on all cylinders for them right now. We'll see if they can keep it going.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Outstanding D from Tatum. It led to the break.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. So Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Holmgren the screen. Pass to Caruso. And a missed layup. Over in the corner, Brown. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Here's Williams. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one is on Holiday.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end.
And we've reached the end of the third. It's the Thunder up 5-4. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming.
The Celtics, 37.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Celtics trailed by 4. Out to the right wing. Celtics passing it around. Pass to Tatum. It's tipped. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Porzingis. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
And because he can score from all over the floor, Porzingis can find space inside. That's not the case for most 7-footers.
Down low. And that one's good, Caruso. And the Thunder lead by 4.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. And they've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's White. Outside, Porzingis. Tatum a screen. Three-pointer. Tatum from 3.
Every time Tatum finds his shot, he'll take it. He loves to fill it up from range.
Pass to Holmgren. Now Williams. It's hauled in by Brown. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for Oklahoma City.
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. During the break, listened in with Joe Mazzulla and his team. Now he reminded his team, keep looking for the deep ball. If the 3 is there, take it. You've done a good job getting those looks, so keep taking them. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thanks.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Tatum on the wing. Tried to come right back with the three of his own. It's no good. Outside Williams. Out to the wing. Fires for three. And Tatum pulls it down.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Intelligent play by Tatum, moving the ball to get an open shot.
Count the basket. And the Thunder lead by 4.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Pass to Tatum. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Porzingis with the ball. Defended by Caruso. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And you can rely on Porzingis in these moments. He's always ready to shoulder the load offensively.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Tatum wide open. He fires one. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Tatum's got the lead up to 1 now for Boston. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Boston.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for them.
And here's Porzingis for a three.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks for rain. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Over in the corner, Caruso drills the three-pointer. And now a 4-point Thunder lead.
Some players shrink when the pressure's on, but he lives for these moments.
Back to White. And Holmgren pulls it down. The Thunder leading by 4. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Picked up by Brown. Nobody near Williams. No good on the three. A critical possession right here.
Crowd on pins and needles, Kev.
Good on the first, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. And so Tatum nails them both.
See, it's easy to see why his teammates trust him. He's a leader on this team and loves coming up huge in the clutch.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Shot clock at 6. Pass to Holmgren. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Dort. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Now here's Caruso. Beyond the arc. Rebound by Drew Holiday. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
First free throw is good, and that narrows the gap to 1. And so Tatum nails them both.
You can't have any more pressure on you than he had at the line right there. Shows you what he's made of as he's able to tie it up.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. The win, and that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Paycom Center. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. Here we go. Outside Williams. Pass to Holmgren. Stolen by Holiday. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And Porzingis, here we go. 6 to shoot. Fires the 3. They get it again. Tatum. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander.
An active scorer, whenever Tatum forces the issue and goes at the defense, they have to compromise.
And so Tatum nails them both.
And his work at the free throw line has been terrific tonight, making the most of his chances.
To the paint. Here's Holmgren. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
And watch out for SGA going to the basket. He will put it on your head if you're not watching.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. To the inside. Here's Porzingis. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Holmgren the screen. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Williams. From 20 feet out. That shot off. Some solid defense from Brown. Williams with the steal. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Caruso. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. There's Williams. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
Nice find by Gilgeous-Alexander. He reads the floor so well.
Boston trailing. Over in the corner, White. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
Well, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
The wide open look here for Porzingis. Good.
And Porzingis will make you pay if you collapse off of him. That's just inviting trouble.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. Shakes him. Count it.
Staying cool in a clutch moment. Holmgren not letting his inexperience get the best of him.
Shot the game clock separated by 5. And here are the Thunder now. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Caruso. Puts up a deep 3. Missed. So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally came together for them in overtime.
Yeah, probably didn't anticipate that this one would be that close down the wire, but give them credit. They were able to regroup in that overtime, and this win has to feel satisfying.
And that'll do it, folks. Alongside Richard
Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. With Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. Now here's Williams. Pass to Holmgren. All right, Doris, how about teams like these who can really run their offense through their bigs?
BA, over the years, one of the things I've heard from coaches quite often is how effective a three-tool big man can be. When you can drive it, pass it, shoot and score, do all the things they can, it changes the geometry of the floor. How about a little bit of daylight is all Jaylen Brown needs, up off his feet in a hurry.
And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go. And the layup is good off the glass.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well. Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two. And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kick ability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or a spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
Now here's White. Pass to Porzingis. And stolen by Holmgren. And it's Dort off the drive. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Clock at 6. From the arc. Boston pulls it in. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, here's what the Celtics head coach had to say when we spoke earlier. Our topic was how he'll defend Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and coach was straightforward, saying Shai demands so much attention with the ball that he can work a defense. We'll need to stay disciplined and not get caught watching the play. We'll see how that approach works out for them, guys.
Thanks for that, Allie. Inside. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. It's going to be on Alex Caruso. And he'll be shooting his first free throw. And that one misses. And he's made a case for first-team all-defense. Doris, Jaylen Brown, the complete game.
Brian, what you love to see from a great player that's just entering their prime is the pride they take in being well-rounded. Do you want to absorb a big-time defensive assignment? Jaylen Brown wants to do exactly that.
Now here's Tatum. Porzingis in the post. Back to Tatum. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Tatum's got 5.
How about the answer from Jason Tatum? Say it with your chest, Jason.
2 minutes.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Now guarded by Brown. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Williams with the screen. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Trying to show off for the fans and give them their money's worth, just couldn't finish.
Caruso outside. Pass to Williams. Launches it. Hauled in by Brown. Boston trailing. Here's Porzingis. Finished off the break.
That will help your assist numbers if you're Derek White. You can't miss that guy.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The kick out to Williams. And another miss by Oklahoma City.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Left side Tatum. Porzingis. The kick out to White. This one for 3. Fires in the triple.
He's not always assertive on the catch, but Derek White rise and fire from three-point, and it is on target.
Williams on the wing. And the call will be against Derek White. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Looking to win the run. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
The burst of speed from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Put it on the deck, get to the cup.
The kick out to White. For 3, Porzingis. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Boston out in front. They're up by 2. And will return shortly. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Boston.
They've done a great job facilitating shooters. Their early game has seen a lot of hot passes and has kept the defense guessing as well.
On the wing, Tatum. Shot clock at 6. Out to the right wing. White for 3. The Thunder with the rebound. Doris, not only is the Thunder roster full of young talent, they also have a ridiculous amount of draft capital.
BA, you've got to give a ton of credit to the front office. They've got multiple options going forward. Continue to draft and develop their talent, or perhaps use those picks to trade for a superstar you believe fits.
You know, one thing you got to love about Jrue Holiday is he's a true two-way player in this league. He puts in a lot of work to make a big impact on both sides of the floor. Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Well, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever. Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Here's Tatum. They kick it out to Porzingis. Back to Tatum. Pass to White. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
Players on the drive, so cutting down that risk makes a lot of sense.
Thunder trail by 3. Screen by Holmgren. Here's SGA. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
If you're guarding SGA in the pick and roll, boy, stop the ball, because otherwise Shea's going to get to where he wants to go.
Porzingis surveying the floor with the 10-footer over Dort. Pass to White. They kick it out to Porzingis. Yes! Kristaps showing some range.
Well, he's got the green light. Porzingis understands. Be ready on the catch.
Screen by Holmgren. The kick out to Williams. Down low. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Porzingis for three. Oklahoma City trailing. Well, Doris, Chet Holmgren was one of the more highly touted guys coming into the league in a long time.
He was, BA, and he has lived up to the billing. At that size, to be able to shoot the ball, put it on the deck, be a force at the rim defensively. But maybe his best attribute, he is a tough competitor. Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Pass to Williams. And here's Caruso outside. Boston pulls it in. Here's Brown. Porzingis sets a screen. Three-pointer. Downtown, Jaylen Brown.
That three-point shooting sets up every aspect of Jaylen Brown's game. What a pretty shot.
And here's Holmgren. Pass to Dort. And stolen by Brown. And here comes the break. Oh, now that's how you finish a break. Throw it down with force.
Oh, that's impactful defense right there. Finding a steal and instantly turning it into offense.
The shot by Dort, no good. Celtics lead by 5. They kick it out to Porzingis. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Porzingis has got 6 points in the quarter.
I mean, how do you guard a 7'3" guy who can drain the three with great regularity? The range is ridiculous.
Caruso misses.
I know he wants to answer the three that was just made on the other end, but he can't let that affect his judgment. He's got to find the best shot possible.
Buries it from three.
Wow, he doesn't make those kind of plays too often. Sweet move inside.
Shot to stop the run. The shot by Dort, no good.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That'll be a second foul of the game. 17 seconds left in the second period. Dort for three.
Yeah, on defense, you really see Holiday's quickness and tenacity. He refuses to give the shooter any space.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession. Williams from long range. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so we wrap up the first half. Celtics out in front, up by 11. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. To the wing, right side. Back to Tatum. Pass to Holiday. Back to Tatum. Okay! Tatum punching it home.
Oh, how easy it is to get off your feet. How about the spring from Jason Tatum?
And of course, Boston winning 8 consecutive titles from 1959 to 1966. Doris, you think we'll ever see a streak like that again?
BA, I think that's almost impossible in this day and age with free agency with more salary cap restrictions. It's just hard to win 2 in a row these days, let alone 8. My goodness.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Jaylen Brown is playing with so much confidence. He said, quote, "I feel like I'm a different player. My body has changed. Athletically, I'm entering my prime. I'm more aware on defense and offense. I feel like on both sides of the ball, I'm playing the best basketball of my life."
Well, it shows, Allie, for sure.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Gilgeous-Alexander drills a 3.
Well, that's an opportunistic three-point shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He liked the look of it.
It's Brown on the wing. On the wing, Tatum. 6 on the shot clock. Brown inside. And the foul on Alex Caruso. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Now White. Pass to Tatum. 4 on the clock. Another shot. And that one's good. Porzingis has got 10 points in the game.
When he needs to get into that mid-range bag, Kristaps Porzingis feels super comfortable.
Holmgren. And the big finish by Holmgren.
Ooh, that's a tough spot to be in as a defender. With that height disadvantage, it's very hard to protect the rim.
Brown, the corner triple.
The high-value three-point opportunity for Jaylen Brown. This guy's a threat from anywhere.
Doris, it seems like every year Tatum's name is right atop the MVP ballot.
To me, Brian, it speaks not only to his talent, but also his consistency and the work ethic. The game is important to him. He's versatile. He's clutch. He's everything you want in a star player.
Here's Holmgren. And the big finish by Holmgren.
And before he even leaves the floor, Holmgren has the ball at rim level.
Here's Brown. And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. And here's Brown for 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
The pass and the shooting and scoring, it's all clicking right now for Jaylen Brown.
Pass to Holmgren. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And stolen by Brown. No luck on that one.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
You know, after sitting out his first pro year due to a foot injury, Chet Holmgren was well worth the wait, Grant.
Yes, he was. And Chet was actually guarding LeBron during a summer Pro-Am game when he hurt his foot. But Chet was a monster his rookie year, already an elite shot blocker.
White with the steal. Here's Pritchard. Driving inside. Pass to Tatum. Kick out to Brown. Porzingis with it. He's guarded by Hartenstein. 6 to shoot. Now here's Tatum. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Now Hartenstein. Inside. Sweet little floater.
Yes, such a smart player. Jalen Williams making people around him better.
Boston leading by 8. Tatum looking it over. Pass to Pritchard. And the foul on Alex Caruso. That's his third foul so far. And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. He wants to review the game plan. This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
There's 39 seconds left in the third. And here's Brown for three. Doesn't go. That's his 5th miss out of 10 tries. Right side, Williams. Pass to Holmgren. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Takes a 3, and they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. Holiday taking his time here. Here's White. They kick it out to Porzingis. There's the triple. What a play! He drains it at the buzzer!
Buzzer-beating backbreaker that pushes the lead to double digits going into the final period.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. Boston out in front. They lead. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. So it's Oklahoma City now. They trail by 11. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams with the screen. Pass to Holmgren. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist.
Well, the very definition of a stretch big, right? Chet Holmgren comes in with the reputation as a spacer.
Outside, Holiday. And a miss there on the triple. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. To the paint. Here's Holmgren. Let's go with a 3. Holiday grabs the miss.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Here's Porzingis.
The defense made the mistake of allowing Kristaps Porzingis to find his rhythm. Going to be a long night if you don't cool him off.
Dort outside. Pass to Williams. Holmgren with it. Clock at 6. Puts up a 3. Williams, that's good.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. You love seeing these type of results.
And here's Brown. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. The 3 is up. Offensive rebound. Porzingis. To the middle. And stolen by Caruso. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Caruso. Launches a 3. Boston pulls it in. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Now here's Holiday. Dort with a steal. Pushing it up the floor. Here comes Oklahoma City. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Back to Williams. And Williams punches it home.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That'll be foul number 5 on him.
First team foul.
Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth.
Well, to me, that's the wingspan of Jaylen Brown bothering shooters. This guy gets right in their space and throws them off balance.
Pass to Holiday. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
And it's Gilgeous-Alexander on the drive.
There is no moment too big, no pressure too heavy for Mr. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. The delivery is on time.
Left side, Brown. Right side, Holiday. Takes the three. A rebound by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Thunder trail by 5. Holiday doubled up. On the wing, Tatum. To the inside. Outside, Holiday. Another miss by Holiday. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Now guarded by White. And that's an intentional foul. 1:14 left to play in the fourth. Holiday's over to help. And that's out of bounds. Last touch by White. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Dort. Now Caruso. Shot clock at 6. From deep, Holmgren.
You know, that's a great example of how Porzingis can use his length to bother a shooter.
The kick out to White. Holiday with the ball. Here's Porzingis. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday. And the Celtics lead by 7.
Looking to close things out. That might have been the nail in the coffin.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point. What a moment for Gilgeous-Alexander in the clutch. Yes, sir.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
It's White with a drive. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock.
He's looking for a quick bucket here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Now here's Tatum. And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
And so it's Boston who scraped by with the win. What a performance they had here at home today.
I'll tell you what, these are the ones that are so nice to win and so tough to lose. I love being on the edge of my seat, never knowing what would happen next.
And that about wraps it up for Allie LaForce. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. With Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. And stolen by Reeves. We should see some great ball movement with these two teams, Grant. Fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
And Booker's got the ball here for Phoenix. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I did briefly speak with J.J. Redick. We talked about how he plans to contain Devin Booker, and Coach said first, we've got to be on him at all times, and second, we can't let him get favorable matchups. He needs our best defenders on him, trying to work over screens and stay on top of Booker. That's the name of the game here, guys.
And Allie, thanks. And there's the screen. Beal from outside. Rebound, the Lakers.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Booker for three. And the Suns miss again. Devin Booker is a two-guard, Doris. What's Book do that makes him special at that position?
I mean, so many things in terms of his skill. He's an elite shooter. He has become an excellent decision maker. He can get to the mid-range. He's a three-level scorer. There's so many things. But my favorite thing is watching this guy in an NBA Finals play with a broken nose, be hit repeatedly, and never flinch. His toughness and competitive edge is always there nightly, and I love that.
Here's Booker. And Booker with the jam.
You can see when a guy like Devin Booker sees a lane to the rim, he's going to exploit it.
Outside Reeves. To the paint. Here's Hachimura. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, the finishing ability of Rui Hachimura on display. This guy has a knack for getting around defenders and into his groove.
Now here's Booker. Pass to Durant. Allen outside. Launches a three. And that comes off the assist by Durant. And it's all knotted up.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
I tell you, that's a nice job by LeBron to keep that ball safe and secure on his way to the cup.
Here are the Lakers now. Here's Doncic. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts.
Now, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Outside, Finney-Smith. He buries it from 3.
Finney-Smith on the catch, ready to rise and fire. That's big-time shooting ability right there, folks.
Grant, how about that in-season tournament win for the Lakers in 2024?
Yeah, honestly, it just makes sense that the
Here's Doncic. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, LeBron James last season set the record for most All-Star nods in NBA history. He said, quote, "I'm blessed to do what I love and just to try to give back to the game that's given to me over 2 decades. Long ago, I exceeded anything I ever dreamed of being in the NBA. Everything else is just extra credit. Brian?
Thanks, Allie. Here's Durant. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. Phoenix shooting their first free throw this game. Well, Doris, you look back over the history of the NBA, hard to find a better scorer than KD.
Oh, B.A., he is unequivocally on the short list of the greatest scorers the league has ever seen. You think about guys, when you think about KD, guys that can create their own shot and hit from anywhere on the floor. You couple that with the size and the release point and the skill with the ball. Kevin Durant is a problem, folks.
And here's Doncic outside. Another miss. He's 2 for 4. And Durant with the big finish.
Easy money for the Slim Reaper. Nice finish.
James outside. Drills it from deep. James has got 6.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Beal outside. Outside Booker. 6 to shoot. And Booker gets double teamed. And it's stolen by Finney-Smith. And that one's good. James. Give him 8 points now.
This is where LeBron James is so dangerous. Physically hard to handle on the interior. Turn the lights out.
And out of bounds, Los Angeles will have it. 9 seconds left in the first. 2 points. That one goes. Here's Durant. Here's Booker. He hits it at the buzzer.
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
Well finished.
The Suns, 15.
If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
You figured they might want to come out and run, and it's been the key for them early. They are just feasting on fast break chances.
The defense has to know they're going to get a steady diet of three-point shooting from Luka.
All right, Doris, what's kind of an unsung stat you appreciate about the Suns lineup?
Wow, they are so gifted offensively. So I'd have to say very good at getting to the free throw line. That's important. Very good at baiting defenders and putting your opponent into the bonus. That's big. Attacking into coverage. They get to spend plenty of time at the free throw line. It's an underrated advantage, VA.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Well, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
Pass to O'Neal. The 3 is up. They get it back. The kick to Durant. Another shot. Here he goes. Yes, and it's Booker with the setup. Durant's got 8.
Boy, Kevin Durant puts it on the deck, able to navigate and get to the cup.
From deep, Reeves knocks down the triple.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Here's the pick. Left side Durant. Here's the 3. KD splashes the triple.
The answer from Kevin Durant, not having any of it.
Here's Doncic. Outside Finney-Smith. On the wing, Reeves. From down in the low post, it goes. Reeves has got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
Here we go. And the call will be against Austin Reeves. That's his first foul.
And great job to establish position and square up.
And so it's Phoenix with it. 6-point game. Doris, in a league that glorifies offense, you have to appreciate what Finney Smith brings to the defensive end.
BA, one of those guys who brings versatility and perhaps more importantly, dependability. You can put him on the ball, off ball, guards, even bigs. You talk about a true do-it-all defender, that's Dorian Finney-Smith.
Oh, Luka, like a bull in there.
Well, Luka Doncic relishes the opportunity to control the action, and right now he is cooking the defense.
To the inside. And that one's good by Durant.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
LeBron at full speed. Tries again. Doncic left side. It's James on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. And there's a whistle. That one goes on Royce O'Neal. That's his first foul of the game.
He didn't have his feet planted.
James deciding where to go with it. Nice work inside from James.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
And so Beal will bring it up for Phoenix. Trailing by 5. And Booker pulls it down.
If you try something like that, you better be sure to complete it.
Outside Durant. Beal right side. Back to Durant. Durant powers through the contact to finish inside.
Well, you get a sense of how locked in Kevin Durant is. The defense not going to alter his approach.
Beal outside. On the wing, Durant. Allen outside. Pass to O'Neal. And he hits it to tie the game. O'Neal's got 5 points.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
Here's James. Now Finney Smith. Kicks it to Doncic. Let's go with a 3. That one's good. 7 for 10 now.
And I know Doncic prefers a straight-on 3-shot, but his touch works just as well there in the corners.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Beal draws the double. KD jams it straight down.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride. It makes it look easy.
Here's Doncic. O'Neal pulls it in. Here's Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Kevin Durant has been leading the charge for the Suns. 11 points in the quarter. He's on fire. We'll be right back after this word. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. And the timeout called by Mike Budenholzer. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Well, despite the effort to create super teams, the league has a lot of parity right now, Graham.
It really does, and I like it. It's not quite like the 80s Celtics and Lakers or the 90s Bulls, partly because of the salary cap. It's so hard to pay more than 2, maybe 3 stars at a time.
James. And it's James with the jam.
LeBron James goes high in the air and absolutely no doubt about how that's going to end.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
Phoenix shooting their second and third free throws tonight. And he makes the first. You know, Grant, after losing in the first round last season, it felt like changes were inevitable for the Lakers.
Yeah, making the playoffs isn't enough for that franchise. They are all about championship success, and anything short of that is a failure.
And book it for Vanderbilt. And the Lakers lead by 1.
Now you see LeBron James' selflessness on display. He loves to make his teammates feel good.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, the Suns are going for it. All-star guard Devin Booker said everybody here is on the same page. We're in win-now mode. We want excellence. We know it's not going to be easy, but when you give up that much, we're trying to win this year and years to come. Brian, this front office has been aggressive.
They are all in, Allie. Thank you. Pass to Lee. Beal outside. Clock at 6. The Suns need to get off a shot. And Durant with the big finish.
Kevin Durant just lighting up the stat sheet right now. He's in a rhythm, and that's trouble.
James can't get that one to fall. Down low. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Austin Reeves picks one up.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
And Kevin Durant is arguably the greatest scoring forward ever. What makes KD so incredible, Doris?
BA, this game better go into triple overtime if I've got to list everything that makes this guy special. Size, elite shooting, ability to handle the ball at 7 feet, put it on the deck, get past, finish in traffic, rebound. You need me to guard every single position on the defensive end? I can do that. I could go on all night. How much time we got, BA?
One of the all-time greats, Kevin Durant, the Slim Reaper. Beal outside. Counted from distance. Beal's got 6 points.
Don't you love the confidence of Bradley Beal in rhythm, in the catch-and-shoot game? So good.
Pass to Hachimura. Back to Hayes. Shot to stop the run. And finished off by Hayes.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
There's a screen by Bull. From deep. And Reeves pulls it down.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
The floater. Hayes for 3. The Suns clear it. Durant with it. 21 points in the game. Pass to Bull. From outside the arc. Sinks the tray. He's got 5.
He's got a sweet stroke from long range. Plenty of bigs do now.
Here's Connect. A minute 31 left in the third. Doncic on the wing. Rejected by Bull. Here's Booker. He's got 6. Inside. And that one's good. Bull. And now a 9-point Suns lead.
Well, we see a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting nowadays, but you'll take that look right there any night of the week.
Hey, shot's good. Now here's Durant. They double-team Durant. On the wing, Durant. Outside Bull. Pass to Lee. And a big-time jam right there.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Well, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
They set the pick. Back to Durant. Fires the 3. And it's Connect with a rebound. Lakers trail by 8.
It would be smart to hold for the final shot.
Well, that's great execution if you can do that, because it takes any chance of momentum away from your opponent.
Hayes misses. And the timeout called by Mike Budenholzer. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
Let's hear it for the Lakers regular.
Timeout called by Mike Budenholzer. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
I don't think this timeout is just to give the guys a breather. Coach is looking to switch things up.
And as you know, it's what comes after that gives you some sense of what has changed.
And Beal puts up a deep three. And so it's Phoenix up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Great shot selection, right?
The Suns, 55.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. The Suns lead by 8. Here comes Durant. Pass to O'Neal. To the middle. And Durant with the big finish.
What a good pass. I mean, Booker so unselfish, showing he's not just a finisher.
To the paint. Here's Durant. And it's slammed in by Durant.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
James. That one drops for him.
Well, that's just a good possession. Dorian Finney-Smith moving the ball. He's been working on that aspect of his game.
Pass to Beal. Down low. Clock at 4. And here's Durant. Rejected by James.
He could not get that one over LeBron James. Just perfect position, great strength, and send it back, Mr. James.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Goes up off the inbound. Oh, LeBron! Just too much to handle inside.
You can feel the temperature rising in this arena. Both teams pouring it on offensively.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
Pass to Allen. The three-pointer off the mark. Lakers trail by 8. Ooh, LeBron with the slam.
That is why the ticket price is what it is when LeBron is in town. Amazing dunk to finish the play.
It's Booker on the wing. Durant for 3. Connects from downtown. Durant's got 11 points here in the second half.
You know, you have to use the bounce pass in that instance to make the catch easier.
And Vanderbilt slams it in.
And it's so hard to stop the putback when you let him live at the rim like that.
Boy, once he gets his hands on it around the rim, it's too late.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
Now Los Angeles with it. Here's James. And that one's good. Connect. And it's now only a 5-point Phoenix lead.
Even as a rookie, Connect has the confidence to call his own numbers. And connects.
Allen outside. Takes the 3. Drops in the 3. And the Suns lead by 8.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Defensive foul.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
Well, the coaching staff has to love what they're seeing on offense. There's so many assists because how this team is moving the ball.
And stolen by Reeves. And he comes up with a bucket. James has got 11 points in the quarter.
We all know LeBron wants to take these shots. When the pressure is at its highest, he does not shy away from making the play his team needs.
Screen by Durant. To the inside. Durant owning the inside.
Kevin Durant calmly steps into that shot with the game hanging in the balance. Love it.
Doncic with it. O'Neal covers. James, right side. The shot is good. Doncic making the play. James has got 15 points here in the second half. And so Beal will bring it up for Phoenix. 3-point lead. Outside Durant. And it's slammed in by Durant.
Kevin Durant absolutely fearless. If the game's in the balance, he will demand the basketball.
The Suns lead by 5. Inside. And it's stolen by Finney Smith. He drops the first one. And that shrinks the margin to just 4. And the second free throw, no good. Tough break there.
Just a tough miss at the line. They're down 2 baskets now.
Beal's shot is off. Pass to Reeves. Takes a 3. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. And it's slammed in by Durant.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. Here's Finney Smith. Offline with a 3.
Yeah, he usually makes you pay from that range. And looking for a quick bucket here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. Here's Durant. Rejected by James. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession. Booker fires from way outside. So Phoenix wins it. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did. And, you have 2 choices. You can either succumb to the hostility in this arena, or you can feed off of it and use it as motivation. They did the latter.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Doris Burke, Alan